Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I actually have a little bit of a warning going on for pretty much everyone over here because it does kind of seem like we have a really big retailer who I even have actually mentioned on my channel itself having a lot of issues as of recently. And this does actually kind of affect things at the PS5 and Xbox because they do actually go and sell the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, but as well as a lot of the other very big high-end tech too as well, such as like GPUs, monitors, CPUs, and just a lot of those really big in-demand tech going on. I was letting you guys all know it's very kind of important to go and see this, although I still would probably recommend them as an overall retailer because I've actually had very good experiences. The fact that we're seeing such a really big influx and kind of outrage for the community on how these retailers are managing returns, how they're managing their products, how they're shipping out broken products, and everything of the sort kind of makes me want to be at least a little bit apprehensive and give you guys the warnings as we're still watching and tracking all these PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and even Switch OLED restocks. So a little bit of things to go talk about, a little things to go cover, a little bit of a warning to go and show you guys, and overall, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Here in Chicago, we actually have a massive snowstorm that's literally still ongoing. So if any of you guys are in the Midwest like me, hope you guys are staying safe, you guys have warm, or maybe kind of stocked up on some nice little food and do a nice little meal prepping or something, but enjoy the cold and hopefully you'll be okay. So let's go dive on in. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway going on the channel itself, ending very soon. We do have the Samsung SSDs down below on sale. Highly recommend. Picked one up myself. Easy install too. Same with the $50 gift card on the phones as well. Twitter and Twitch stream on top of that, and of course sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100, get a bunch of free stack and that free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. And let's go and dive into the video itself. So this one's actually on a retailer I wasn't really expecting too much to go and cover myself, but it's actually on Newegg. Now, I'm sure you guys know Newegg is a reputable, really big tech retailer. It almost kind of more so focuses on tech itself. And one thing I always promote out, even on my day-to-day videos, is they have a daily promotion, basically saying, hey, you guys have a chance to enter into a raffle system. And they've had Xbox Series X Halo Infinite bundles. They've had PS5 bundles. They've had Xbox bundles. They've done individual PlayStation console bundles. And of course, a lot of you guys out there are still trying to find GPUs and CPUs, and that's probably where they're more heavily on. They almost always, like 9 out of 10, 9.9 out of 10 times, will go and have that stock available in their bundles. So we actually saw this tweet floating around over here from Gamers Nexus, which I've actually kind of covered up and talked about beforehand, but this is actually somewhat on the concerning side. So this initial tweet, and we kind of more so want to look at the overall response of everyone else too. The amount of emails we're receiving from viewers saying Newegg scammed me too is disturbing. Had no idea it was this widespread. Seems to be all a similar issue. And I do want to go and kind of chime on in with my own community because a lot of us are like trying to buy and sell and get stuff. I also have had a few folks in my own like Twitter and also email community reach out and state this. Although for me, you know, I kind of see even people with issues with their PlayStations where it's like, hey, Walmart, cancel my order because there anything I could do, Walmart sucks, or like, you know, oh my god, Target, cancel my order, or my order showed up like, you know, maybe a little bit messed up from FedEx or stuff like that. That happens a lot, and usually it's like my advice is just go talk to the manager or talk to the store. Sometimes you'll get credit, like Walmart's very good giving out discounts and like, you know, just easy credit. And then same thing too as well, sometimes like you just get free stuff. Overall, as long as it works, I think at the end of the day, that's all that kind of matters. But we've actually have seen a few folks for this for Newegg. Now, I want to go and show you guys all here too as well, kind of what the issue is, because there's actually a few people and a few comments with this, where for them, they're basically saying like what happens is like this big format is they will send someone a broken, say, console, PlayStation 5, or a broken like beat up console, or a GPU, CPU, motherboard, power supply, any type of tech, switch, whatever it is, and it will actually show up dead on arrival. So you can't even utilize the GPU, you can't utilize the motherboard or whatever. But they have a really bad refund policy to the point where it pretty much is scamming folks. It's not like 100% scamming, but it's scamming enough where it's just really bad business policy. And I do believe breaking the law, because I think the law actually has like a weird like issue. Basically, you have to have a chance for a refund, even if it's more on the actual manufacturers and suppliers' fault as well. So basically for this, you guys even see this from like a little GIF over here from a while ago, basically saying if they had an object, say let's just say hypothetically it's a PlayStation 5. No, I guess we're gonna get consoles. So you had a PlayStation 5 shows up from Newegg. You open up the box. The box is already like, say like, let's say your PlayStation 5 is 100% cracked. Like it literally, you didn't even open it once. Like you just see the box. It's just like a huge slash down. This is like a bad hypothetical, but just for the sake of the hypothetical, huge slash right down the middle. Console's literally in half, broken. The box itself, you never even open it, but the box is technically open because there's a huge random like samurai sword slash right through the middle. If you try to contact Newegg, and we've seen this happen for a lot of different folks, they won't refund you. They'll say it's open boxed, and then you will never get your money back because this company just assumes that maybe you are using, say, a GPU for crypto mining. You just want to return it after you used it very heavily for a few weeks, few months, that you basically got a broken console in the first place, that you yourself broke it and you yourself messed it up. And we're seeing this from loads of different folks too as well, where even people are memeing saying, hey, I'm like, would you buy car parts from Newegg? That's like buying like a car battery from Amazon, which is a little bit more on the sketchier side. But basically, like, we've been seeing so many issues, dude. Like, so here's a good example too as well. And this is kind of like what we're kind of talking about. This is why it's somewhat, I still have had very good, reputable experiences with Newegg. I will still vouch for them, at least for my own sake. But the fact that we're seeing more and more and more other folks out there mentioning how they're having so many issues on their deliveries and everything else, I think it is worth bringing up. So basically, even have over here saying not really scammed, but they banned my account from ordering. I returned a Ryzen 9 5900X that arrived open and damaged. Then all of a sudden, every order they tried to go make was canceled instantly. So once again, we're seeing the same issue where things are arriving kind of basically broken and damaged and already open. And then because Newegg basically keeps on asking, they would be like, hey, we can't go and even accept it. It's not like it's literally not our fault. And we're seeing so many other people going this. You're like, you're here. Newegg is hot garbage. They ship people open box stuff, missing parts as new. It's kind of like the big scam or the issue. And then they don't honor RMA, and the customer support is the worst I've seen. And that was also even years ago, and people are saying it's now even gotten worse, and they actually stopped buying from them in the first place. Like, I ran into this recently with 2 ultra-wide monitors. One new box was absolutely destroyed. And this is all, like I said, this is for new. So imagine you're trying to go buy like a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Switch or anything of the sort, and then it goes and arrives broken or damaged, and you're trying to go and basically return it because you should not be spending $500 plus on a broken system, a broken bundle, a GPU in the thousands, and it's broken and doesn't even work on the end. So basically the new box was literally destroyed. Didn't think anything of it, sent it back for a different reason, and then was told that their literal serial number did not go and match, and they weren't Newegg stock. Like, you have to give them a little bit of credit, though. They did go and eventually get a refund after time went on. But we're seeing these issues overall. A lot of folks are basically ordering something different, and they're not getting their proper item. And it is a little bit scary because I do always recommend the day-to-day Newegg shuffle. And like I said, even though we're seeing like some lot of stuff kind of coming on out, I myself have still had good things with basically with it in the first place for Newegg. I'm sure a lot of you folks in the comments have too as well. But it is a little bit concerning, and it's concerning enough I wanted to bring up this video on it. Like, here's on top of the two as well. Like, we're seeing other folks basically saying, hey, like, we're still getting items, we're still getting our stuff, hopefully it's gonna be no bigger issues, fingers crossed it'll be okay too as well. So like, we're just seeing like a lot of gamer outrage, a lot of folks out there too on top of that. Like, just a lot of folks over here. Like, we're seeing like the other videos, we're seeing other people kind of bringing that up. We're seeing people, like I said, even in my community mentioning how it's been kind of rough too as well. And one folk, even if you guys can, and I'm an Illinois boy, so I do actually have a micro center maybe like 10-15 minutes away from me depending on traffic, which is a absolute godsend. If you guys ever are trying to go get stuff, I highly recommend Micro Center. I know they're not global, so it does kind of stink if you're like in a state that doesn't have it. But for all tech stuff and GPUs, I remember even seeing Micro Center trying their best to go and sell GPUs on the shelves. They had reservation systems. They basically were probably the best supplier for in-store walk-ins for GPUs throughout this entire big drought. And I have to give a major credit to as well. But like, this is awesome. Like, so thankfully, like, I know a lot of folks have been having a lot of issues just floating around in general. So kind of, I guess, the wind down the video itself, please be careful. Even in my own community, we've had folks having issues where they want a PS5 from the shuffle and it took them weeks to go get it. We've had people with GPU orders, and it kind of seems a little bit more on the GPU side, where basically like that seems where there's gonna be broken issues. That's where Newegg specializes in. That's where they're getting a lot of consoles. That's where basically everyone's getting their stuff in the first place. So just please be careful. I myself, though, I've mentioned I've had pretty good experiences, not the worst, but it is always scary seeing this, especially when it kind of comes out more publicly and a lot of folks are bringing it on up. So I just want to go and chime in my own thoughts and my own comments on it, because we have been seeing that issue with us at least a little bit. Although, once again, I have also seen quite a few good people and also people getting their consoles. So it would still probably be worth it. I'm sure as a good company, they will try their best to refund you if there's any issues. But this might be an extra headache, so just be a little bit careful, because especially with the pandemic and supply chains and everyone else, it's been a little bit harder to go get your stuff and making sure it's all right. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Samsung SSDs down below on sale. Same with the Samsung phones for the $50 gift cards down below. Twitter and Twitch stream on top of that. And sign up for Weeble. Sign up for that Coinbase. We'll have a bunch more videos all throughout the rest of today. Love you guys.